Hello and welcome to this quick video with me, Anjay at AM Guitar. Today I just wanted to talk to you about 5 things I've learned from doing YouTube for the last couple of years. So this video is kind of being sponsored by my Patreon page, Eddie Rifkind, who asked this question: what is it I've learned over the last few years doing YouTube? So I thought I'll do 5 tips or five learnings and lessons from YouTube. So, number 1, find something you're passionate about and that you're going to enjoy. I originally reviewed games, and then I did that for years and years and years, and then games became part of my real job. So I needed something that was a hobby again. So I chose guitars because I love guitars. I've been playing for 25 years and I'm really passionate about it and I enjoy doing these reviews. The minute you stop enjoying it and it feels like work and you put pressure on yourself, you'll see loads of stuff about make a video every day, every other day, post at the same time each, it starts to feel like work. And when it feels like work, if you're not being paid for it, you stop doing it, really. So be passionate about it and enjoy it. And that'll come across in the videos as well. Number 2, make use of what you've got. So when I first started doing this, I was using my iPhone 6, I think. I was using my Vox headphone amp plugged into, oh God, what was it? I was plugged into my computer, but not through a sound card, just straight into the microphone port. And then I started using my iPad with GarageBand to do the reviews, and kind of just grew from there. So the setup was horrendous, but you just make do with what you've got, especially when you're starting out. There's no point spending a fortune on gear if you may not have an audience. Now, luckily, it turns out I did have an audience, and the channel has grown over the last couple of years, especially this year. So I have invested a little bit, but again, I'm not using anything clever. I'm using the front-facing camera on my Galaxy S10. I've got a little LED light up here, and a camera stand. I do now have one of these Zoom Q2N 4Ks, which I use for live recordings and for recording audio because it's got a fantastic microphone in it. Camera's a bit iffy, but the microphone's amazing. What else? I've got a Behringer sound card that I use for the or audio interface for my computer. But again, nothing hugely expensive. I'm making do with what I've got until the channel starts generating income. Number 3, don't expect to generate income straight away, because the way YouTube works, you have to have 1,000 subscribers before you can monetize. You have to have several thousand hours of views before you can monetize. So there's lots of things you have to do to start to monetize it. So do not start a YouTube channel thinking you're going to make money, because especially in kind of guitar reviews, games reviews, gear reviews, because really you're not going to. There's lots of people who are, and if you're lucky, or if you work really hard, or you pump money into advertising, you're unlikely to make much, especially early on. If you put money into advertising, you can generate a lot more. I think you can, what I've seen, if I put, say, £10 into advertising, it seems I can make about £15 back through people clicking on the link, So you can do it, and if you're willing to invest lots of money, then fine. But the long game is more important, because especially if you use a get followers quick type scheme, it's a short-term bump, and then you start losing people. YouTube hates it. YouTube really doesn't like sub for sub and buying followers and that kind of stuff. So, don't expect to get rich quick. Which leads me to number 4, is to understand how YouTube works. YouTube wants to make money. That is their entire goal. It's not to give you videos, it's to make money off videos. So you have to make stuff that people are going to watch. And if you make stuff people are going to watch, YouTube will promote it, even without advertising. My biggest video, the Why Buy Harley Benton and 5 Tips If You Do, has had something like 50,000 views, and that's because people were interested in it. The title was interesting to them. Harley Benton is interesting, and as people viewed it, YouTube goes, oh, people like this, let's promote it to people who are interested in guitars, because then we can start getting it seen, start making advertising revenue through it, etc., etc. So you have to understand YouTube a little bit. When you're creating YouTube videos, you have to make sure that when you upload it, you tag it properly. You have all kinds of metadata that you need to fill in. Make sure you fill it in correctly. Use the right tags, because that's how advertisers find you. Use the right descriptions, because the density of tags in the description affects whether or not you get placed. Use a good title. Numbers are very popular in titles, hence this is 5 things I've learned about YouTube. So understand how YouTube works. There are loads of great videos. I'll put some links below for some of the guys that I've watched to understand a bit more about how YouTube works. But yeah, number 4, understand how YouTube works and what it's trying to achieve. Number 5, if you are going to do this seriously, you need to build relationships with PR companies. People are not just going to send you free gear. It's not how it works. You need to build a following, you need to get your social media game up to speed, Instagram, not Twitter as much anymore, but Instagram especially. You need to get viewers, and you need to work hard, and you need to contact people and be polite and be nice. Accept rejection gracefully. You know, I have emailed so many companies and not all of them respond. And those that do often say, you know, thanks very much, we'll put you on a list, but we need 10,000 viewers, 10,000 subscribers, or, you know, 100,000 hours of use, or whatever it might be. Use those as targets rather than as kind of a knock, and try and work towards them. If you know you've got to have 10,000 viewers before a company will, or 10,000 subscribers, work towards getting 10,000 subscribers. Don't do it the easy way, do it the hard way. Build your following. Use the Facebook groups, use Instagram, promote yourself. But build those relationships early on, and then come back to them over time and say, hi, you know, you said no before, how am I doing? Get a sense check. Sometimes you'll hit people who'll go, yeah, absolutely, we'll send you stuff on a review and return basis. So review it, return it. There's ways of finding out who the PR people are. Contact marketing people, CEOs of small companies. Try and find the right person. Don't be aggressive, don't be arrogant. Don't try and explain how that company is going to benefit from your 4 subscribers viewing it. Just say, be honest, I'm a little YouTube channel trying to get some traction. I've reviewed all my own gear so far. What's the chances of you maybe sending me something to review, and I'll send it back to you in a couple of weeks? But do send it back, and do things quickly. Don't hold on to gear for months and months and months, and then eventually return it smashed up and scratched. It's not yours. Look after it. Make sure that you care for these things. Send them back within a good period of time, and then maybe people will send you more stuff. But always be honest about the reviews. And if you think something is trash, either say it or send it back, and be honest with them and say, there's no point in me reviewing this. My viewers won't be interested in it. It's not going to do you any good me telling everybody that it's rubbish. Have it back. Although sometimes those reviews can be the most fun to do. So those are my 5 YouTube tips. Again, thanks to Eddie for suggesting this. Thank you to my Patreons. If you're interested in being on Patreon, there's a link below. Supporting the site always helps. Please do subscribe, and until next time, I will see you soon. Cheers.